Hello and welcome to Adventures in TV Land. For today's adventure, we are in Pontiac, Illinois. Now Pontiac, it is, for the size of the community, it's somewhat unique because it has 3 swinging pedestrian bridges. And so we are here today. We're going to walk across each one of them and just kind of check them out. And so this is all about the swinging bridges of Pontiac. This is the newest of the 3 swinging bridges here in Pontiac. This is the Humiston Riverside Park Bridge. This bridge here was built in 1978. Now, at the time of the recording of this video, the river is down quite a bit. The last time I was here, the river was probably about halfway up the metal sections of the bridge there, and so yeah, it's way down. Alright, so here we go. The sign says damage to park property is prohibited, fine to $200. They spill off a little ways down there in that direction, and there's another drivable bridge right there. Now this one you can actually walk under, which is pretty cool because I don't believe the other 2 you can. They're not high enough up that you're able to. And it's kind of cool because around Christmas time they deck these things out with lights. One time I was up here, it was around Christmas time, and there were Christmas lights on the bridge. Alright, there's bridge number 1. Let's go find bridge numbers 2 and 3. This bridge is bridge number 2, and this bridge was built in 1926, and it was during the Pontiac Chautauqua Assembly. Connected what is now Play Park with the Chautauqua Park. And since we're here, here's a marker talking about Chautauqua Park. Founded in 1898, used to be known as Buck's Pasture. I wasn't for sure the exact year, but according to the marker there, it was in 1874. The first Chautauqua Assembly was held on Lake Chautauqua in New York. And the kind of general format expanded throughout the country. There were a lot of communities, there were hundreds of Chautauqua assemblies in the United States. Something that lasted for about 40 years in the U.S. history. That doesn't exist really anymore. It does on a very, very small scale, only a few places. My understanding was these Chautauqua assemblies, if you think of like a miniature World's Fair, like a World's Fair, if you put it on a local level, that's what they were, because they brought in all these speakers. It wasn't really for kids necessarily. Some of the stuff I ended up being eventually, but it was for families. But like they had speakers and performers and musicians all come in. Eventually they had food vendors, they had other activities going on. I guess nowadays, if you combine the atmosphere of maybe like a carnival, a homecoming celebration with a kind of a county fair, all those, that kind of mood, put it in with like, add a bunch of speakers though, so maybe like a vacation Bible school, but not just vacation Bible school, because there were speakers talking about other things besides just religion. It was more oriented towards adults, but kind of wrapped up all together. That's kind of what it was. I mean, it was, a little bit of education, a little bit of fun activities. It was something for people to do. 1920, later part of the 19th century going into the 20th century, there was no radio, wasn't even around. Radio just came around when these started to fade away. No television, no internet, no real, sports. I mean, sports were around, but they weren't like they are today at all. Different times. And now we've come to the third bridge. This is the oldest of the bridges. This bridge is the one that was built so that workers could get from their homes and easily cross the river to get to work. This bridge was built in 1898. Well, this has been another adventure in TV land. If you've liked this video, hit the like button. If you disliked, hit the dislike button. Thank you for watching. Until next time, that's a wrap.